Tires are hugely critical to making a great simulator. Now, people talk about it's where the rubber meets the road, and that is both figuratively true and literally true. So in Forza Motorsport 4, we took a new approach to tires in general. Tire physics are a very complex system in general, and there are many ways that they just don't follow your standard physics model. And one is load sensitivity. As you add more and more load to a tire, it becomes less efficient at returning friction. That's not actually following Newton's laws, so that's non-Newtonian physics. Now, getting that data right is very hard.
We have a relationship with Pirelli, who have given us tire data, so we've got a huge new physics model for tires, and it's really improved the gameplay side of it.
Pirelli Research and Development supported the development of Forza Motorsport 4 with all the measurements and the characteristics relating to tires that are common to all the motorsport and ultra-high-performance cars.
So for us, rather than actually blending some of Pirelli's test data with our test data from the past, Turn 10 just cut ourselves out. Yeah, you'd say physics is physics. You know, why would these different manufacturers actually have different data? Well, their test methodologies are different, and we are very much perfectionists here. Having the test methodology be the same means that we can make sure we're getting data that was matched to work together across this incredibly complex system. So by going with one partner and throwing away all the old data for Forza Motorsport 4, we knew that all data was matched for every tire they tested. We also were able to ask for custom tests, including testing it at loads that they generally wouldn't test a production tire at, testing it at heats that they would never test, and strange conditions that, yes, you can get into when you're doing extreme drifting, but they're not really testing for extreme drifting outside of, is the tire going to explode and be a safety hazard? They're not testing for performance because you're just not supposed to do that in a tire. By testing them in all these different ways, we got a complete suite of every little corner case of the giant matrix of different ways the tire is going to be interacted with in the game. I think the biggest thing we learned from Pirelli out of this partnership was some of the nuance between accelerative longitudinal friction, decelerative longitudinal friction, and lateral friction. We always had those curves different based in our former models as well, and they blend based on what direction the tire, what vector the tire is actually taking. But we found in their test data, especially when we asked for the custom test data, that there was this subtlety that was beyond peak, about 15% beyond peak, all the way out to about 25–30% beyond peak, that we had it close, but because we blended between multiple models, it wasn't really right. Now, that is us being extremely self-critical, because our simulation is extremely cutting edge. Forza 3 simulation, I would stand by all day, but Forza 4 simulation is even better, because we take this very seriously and we want to get it perfect.
Forza Motorsport 4 combines Turn 10's passion for creating entirely new car experiences with Pirelli's ultra-performance real-world tire data. The result is the most cutting-edge, realistic, and fun driving experience around. Check it out.